back to my channel. Today I'm going to be answering some questions that boys are too afraid to ask girls. I thought it'd be really fun to do this as I've seen a lot of YouTubers doing this, and I just thought, like, you know, it would be a fun video to film and people would find it quite interesting. So let's get into it. So the first question we have is, what is the best quality in a boy? And personally, I think it definitely is all about the respect that a boy has for you. I think personally anyway, definitely is the best quality. Like, you know, you can't go wrong when somebody is loyal, kind, and respects you. Respect, respect, respect for me. Actually, if I have to think about it, it's respect, because I feel like loyalty goes under respect, if that makes sense. Like, if somebody respects you, they will not be disloyal. So the next question I actually was asked was thoughts on facial hair. And this is actually a really funny one because I feel like every single girl is like so different with this. I feel like I know girls who like a big beard, you know, who don't, but personally I don't like a beard. Like, I really don't, unless it's like, you know, a nicely shaved kind of what's that thing called when it's like, oh, I can't think of it, like a clean cut beard. I feel like a man looks more grown up with a beard, but personally I prefer a baby face. I don't know why. I think it depends as well on the person. It really does. Some lads don't suit a beard, some do. I just think that, yeah, it's very like, it like always, what's that thing? It like hurts my face when I kiss them and stuff. So I don't know. Personally, I would, if I had to pick beard or no beard, I'd go with no beard. So the next question was, what's the first thing you notice in a guy? And for me, definitely, I don't know why, I always notice the lads smile. Like the way, like, it's kind of the way they look at you or something. I don't know, like they don't even have to have like perfect teeth. It's just their smile. Like, I don't know. I always notice that. Yeah, definitely their smile. Right, so the next question was, do girls prefer soft lads or do they prefer the typical fuckboy attitude? I think it really depends what you're looking for. I think I've gone through both stages where I've, you know, just plainly been like attracted to a fuckboy because, you know, I think every girl has gone through that stage. I don't know, you tell me in the comments if you've gone through that stage, but personally I feel like I've gone through both. Obviously, if you're looking for a relationship, you're not going to be like attracted to, well, that's another story, but I feel like if you're looking for a relationship, you will look for someone who's more nice rather than, you know, you'd be a bit, what's that word? I feel like if a boy that you wanted to get with was a fuck boy, it would be a very toxic relationship, if that makes sense. So I definitely would say personally the soft lad, because whatever you like, I think that a lot of times lads are classified as soft if they just express their feelings, and you know what, expressing your feelings is not a bad thing. I love having deep conversations, you know, when a lad can actually say what they're feeling. Like, come on, tell us. Like, we can't guess, just like yous can't guess, we can't guess either. So yeah, I do think definitely a soft lad. So next question was, what is the biggest turn off? I would have to say, for me, biggest turn off would have to be when somebody is not honest with you, when somebody lies to you. Definitely, like, that just, if you lie to me, if you can't be honest with me, if even not even lie, if you just can't tell me the truth and I have to find it out from other people, no, like, no thank you. Do you know what I mean? Just tell me, like, and if I'm not attracted to you when you tell me the truth, then, you know, like, there's nothing, like, at least you've told me now and I haven't found out from someone else, and you know that I'm not the right person for you, or you're not the right person for me. Does that make sense? I hope it does, because I feel like I could talk about this for a whole day, but I'm gonna leave it there. Just somebody who's dishonest and lies to you. This is literally my favourite little cup. It's actually Kitty's, but somebody asked what is the best way to hit up a girl, or like, I guess, chat up a girl. I would say personally, I like when a lad is confident and he just, you know, texts me and keeps up a conversation. I do think answering to someone's story with, like, you know, little love heart eyes or something, I feel like some girls think that's creepy. I think it really depends on the person as well. So if you answer to a girl's story with love heart eyes and she doesn't answer or something, she's probably not into you, so it's time to move on. So I think, anyway, honestly, just try and talk to them. I think that's the best way. But like, if they're not into you, they just won't answer you, and I think you should take the hint. Like, not even not won't answer you, they won't really be into the conversation, if that makes sense. So don't waste your time. I actually thought this was a really funny one. So basically, older or younger. It's funny because I actually don't think age matters for me personally. I've gone for both older or younger boys in previous relationships, but I tend to somewhat go for the younger. I don't know why, and not always, I'm not saying always, but I don't know why. I just yeah, I can't explain it. My friends always slag me over. Okay, so somebody asked me, does it matter if a boy is a junkie? I don't personally like the word junkie. I don't think it should be used at all. It's a very, like, I would say more like, would you go for a boy that, you know, does drugs? Personally, probably not, because I don't do them. I've never done any drugs. I've never, you know, smoked any weed, nothing like that. So for me, that would be a turn off. Probably added to another turn off. But I'm not judging people who do them. Personally, it probably would be a turn off, yes. But I think for other girls, again, it might not be. It really depends on the girl and, you know, what they feel towards that. I just personally don't like it. So probably yes. Not to say that I would never date someone who was one, but probably wouldn't. Depending if they're doing it at the moment that I'm with them. I never judge someone by their past as well. So if somebody had done them in the past, I probably wouldn't, you know, I would look past it as a, you know, move on. We don't live in the past. So yeah, I definitely don't, like, it's a very hard question to answer. Right, so the next question was, do girls care if a boy has, like, their boyfriend has other girlfriends? The short answer would be no, but depending on the situation and the girl. I think it's okay to have girlfriends if you're a boy, to talk to girls, you know, obviously not be flirting with them, but, you know, because I have a boy best friend, David, so I know that, like, you know, he's just my boy best friend, and, you know, I've never been like get with him or anything. But I think it differs if the boy has gotten with this girl before, or if he still might have feelings for her, or, you know, if there's any suspicion. I think girls can get a bit, you know, obviously protective over their boyfriend. But I think if there's effective communication in the relationship, I don't think the girl will care, as long as you tell her and explain to her, you know, the situation, and talk to her about it. Like, tell her, you know. I think it's the same with boys and girls, you know, like, it's the same thing, I think. But I definitely do think it's about trust as well, how much you trust the person you're with. So no, I don't think lads shouldn't have girlfriends that are just friends. So the next question was, what's an attractive thing a boy can wear? And let me tell you, I don't know why lately I've been loving the like ripped jeans, but then like a nice hoodie, like, do you know, like plain black Nike hoodie or something. I don't know, something about ripped jeans lately for me, like, ooh. I do like a nice tracksuit as well, don't get me wrong, but oh, I love when lads dress all like, you know, presentable. Like, obviously not when you're chilling, but like if we were going out for dinner, you know, like a nice pair, I don't know, like, you know, those chinos, or like, what are them trousers called, do you know, the, I should know this, like I'm studying fashion in college, and oh, they're like, anyway, like pants and like a nice sweater or like jumper, and you know, real stylish. Like, I love a good style in a lad. Like, I don't know, there's not one specific thing. I think it's more the actual outfit that's put together, you know, and how it looks on that person. So another question actually, that I was asked was, how does a boy know that a girl likes him? So personally, I will be like really interested in conversations with you. I will be very interactive. I will, you know, like try and talk to you, and like obviously try and meet up. I think as well, when you meet up, let's say on the first date or something, and they're messing with their hair, or they're like, oh my god, they're messing with their hair, or you know, they're like kind of like not looking at you, really like shy, I feel like that's when a girl likes you. So notice the actions that you do when you like someone, and then observe the other person, and if they're doing them, they obviously like you. Do you know, the most annoying thing that a boy can do, for me personally, leave me on the scene or on the opened. Oh my god, it drives me insane. Like, you've taken your time to open the message, to look at it, and you're not gonna reply. Like, even if you didn't have the time to reply, you wouldn't have opened the message in the first place. Do you know? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, just leave me undelivered then, and answer me when you have a chance. Just don't leave me on the opened or on the scene. Right? Right? Another question was, what is the best compliment a girl can get? Personally, I think I love when like a lad compliments on my eyes or on my smile, or even when they say things like, you know, about your personality. I feel like when somebody tells me like, you know, you're so funny, or like you're so kind, or you know, nice compliments about personality can hit in a different way than compliments about like appearance. I'm such a compliment person. I love a good compliment. So for me personally, it doesn't really matter what compliment it is, as long as they mean it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't want somebody saying, oh, you look so stunning, and I've just crawled out of bed looking like a toe. Do you know? If that makes sense. Maybe they think I look stunning, but you know, I personally don't. So so if you ask a boy if a certain girl's pretty, let's say you're scrolling through Instagram and you're like, oh, is she pretty? Do you think she's pretty? What do you expect the boy to answer? That's the question. For me personally, if I genuinely think the girl's pretty and I'm like, do you think she's gorgeous? Like, she's stunning. And they said, like, yeah, like, I would not be mad. Like, I asked you. I wouldn't have asked you if, do you know what I mean? I think, see, I think this question kind of comes from a toxic kind of relationship. If you wanted to know, let's say, if a girl, like, you don't like the lad you're seeing thought she was pretty, maybe you would ask him, and then you'd expect to know, you know, you'd be a bit like, you better say no, bitch. But see, I wouldn't do that. I just would not do that. So if I ask you if a girl's pretty, I genuinely want your honest opinion. Like, do you think she's pretty? Like, do you know? Say yeah if you do. Who cares? We all find people attractive. Like, even if you've been married for 10 years, I feel like you will still find people attractive. Like, it's a normal thing, do you know? Like, as long as you're not going and doing something behind my back and you just think this girl's pretty, fair. So I thought this question was so funny. So basically someone just typed in saying, is it big enough? And I think we all know what we're talking about. I will kind of rewrite the question. Does size matter? For me personally, not really. It does in a way. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what's funny? For me, like, I don't like it when it's too big. Like, it just hurts. And so for me, it's more what you do with it during, obviously, sex. What you're doing. Like, do you know what I mean? It's not just about like, and that's it. Do you know what I mean? Like, this, I'm pretty sure girls can agree with this. It is definitely, like, size to me doesn't really matter. So to answer your question, does size matter? Not really. It does, but it doesn't. For me personally, when it's too big, it's too big. Like, ain't happening. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I just thought it was a really funny question. So yeah. I feel like I felt very awkward talking about that whole thing, so I thought I'd whisper. But when it's too big, I'm gonna take a step back. Personally, someone else might love that. So I feel like if you are into the person, the size does not matter. You will make it work somehow, unless you really can't make it work. And last but not least, we've the, you know, question, if a girl says she's fine, is she really fine? I think personally it really depends. I don't think I'd say like I'm fine, as in like you have to judge by the like way I'm saying it or the situation I'm saying it in. I don't think I'd ever say like, oh, I'm fine. I used to. And I definitely didn't mean I was fine. I meant like, bitch, you better apologize, you better make this fine, because it's not fine. But I think if I said like I'm fine, I'm actually fine. Like, I have said it in a way where I'm like, I'm fine, like, stop bothering me, stop asking me, I'm good. Do you know, like, if you ask one more time I won't be fine. But yeah, I think it really depends on the situation that you're in. It really depends how I say it. And yeah, just listen to the tone of voice. Like, I'm fine. So that's everything for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video and I answered some questions that you might have been interested to hear from a girl's point of view. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure you give it a like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.